What's up, everyone? This is Ryan with Best Bets with Ryan. Thanks for tuning in for another NFL betting video. We are on to week 6 of the NFL. We're going to be discussing some of our bets from NFL week 6. We did go to the Giants game this week, so we did still play some bets, but not as many as we normally would. Our Giants are 5-1. Finding ways to win. MetLife Stadium was rocking, so that was good. Awesome game, awesome comeback victory again. Daniel Jones with another comeback victory, and getting it done with like third-string receivers. Their top 4 receivers, now top 3 receivers have been out. They're just finding ways to win. So normally we are on the other side of that, and we'll discuss like some of the play calling, game management that usually goes. That doesn't go their way, but things have been going their way, so not going to really go into that. Let's just get right into our bets. First, really quick trivia question. Josh Allen is first through 6 weeks in passing yards. Take a guess who is second. We'll get back to at the end of the video, but take a guess who is second. Comment on the video, subscribe if you can, share the video, helps the channel out, and comment with your answer, or get at me at Twitter. Best with Ryan. Also, AC Poker 0271 is the handle. So get at me with your answer there, and without looking it up, see if you can guess who it is. It might surprise you a bit. All right, let me just get on here. So we hit a couple of long shot bets this week. I'm just logging in now. I got kicked out. So we did take a couple of live bets for some of the games, and I'm going to pull up the first one here for the Eagles game. Where is it? Okay, we got that's not it. Eagles Cowboys. We did take Jake Ferguson to score the next touchdown. This was live. I think it was the 4th touchdown, so it was next touchdown scorer. We took him at 30-1. I think the odds were just too good at that point, as you see here, because Schultz was out. He was like the main tight end, and we're just looking at basically the snaps that he had and the amount of plays he was playing and the targets he was getting, and we went with that. So a nice payout, 30-1. The next one we took that we hit was in the Chargers game last night. Greg Dulcich, whatever the hell his last name was, 50-1 to score the next touchdown, which was their first, and it was 50-1. So nice long shot bet there. We only put $5 on it, but payout of $255. He just was getting a lot of snaps. Obviously, their starting tight end, which I can't even pronounce his name, was out. Albert O, we'll just say. So he was getting a lot of the targets, a lot of the snaps. So 50-1, just the odds were just too good. So that was that. Let's see if we can get into some other bets that we took here. Also for the Chargers, we did live bet the Chargers right before that field goal. We did get them at minus 500. So he just had to make that 39-yard field goal. He was a little bit injured during the game, the Chargers kicker, Hopkins. But those odds we just felt were too good. With a couple minutes left in the game, we did see the Broncos as high as plus 750. So, with the Chargers being minus 505, it was. We just felt like those were the best odds that we saw, and we thought those odds were good enough. So we bet it twice, bet for 1,000 twice, so 2,000 to win 400. So that was solid. He made the kick. And the thing is, even if he didn't make the kick, right, there was only 2 minutes left, or 3 minutes left in overtime. So even if he misses the kick, there's a chance that the bet could be void, because if the Broncos, they'd have one more chance, one more drive to kick a field goal, and if they didn't, then Chargers could still get it back possibly, or it would just be void. It would just end in a tie, and our bet would be void. So we felt like those odds were good because Broncos weren't really driving a lot that game. They struggled a little bit at the end. First half, Russ was, I wouldn't say cooking. Danger Russ wasn't really. He was cooking a little bit, but kind of simmered down a bit, and you just like those odds. So luckily he made the kick. We didn't have to feel the pressure of that. So that worked out. A nice nice solid bet for us there. Let me see if we can get a couple others, guys. Like with NBA even starting today. There's some bets going on there. There's so many boosts that are just really good. There's just sites giving away money, FanDuel, DraftKings especially. Um, you know, you really got to get on these sites and start betting. Bet Parks has a lot of good stuff as well. Um, let's pull up even baseball. With baseball, our Yankees won. They're moving on. We're gonna pull up a couple of bets here from baseball real quick, just while we have it up. We have the Padres at 30-1 and 11-1. We took it twice. There's a promo going on at FanDuel there. So as you see, I can cash out right now, but I'm not going to because I can win over 1,200 if they win here. As you see, with 30-1, 11-1, they upset the Dodgers. They're looking good, so that's great. And let me see. There's a couple of boosts we did take for the NBA. James and Curry to score 50 plus 150, and then we did the BR three for two boost. So that's 2 threes in the first 3 minutes. We took that as well. Believe they were plus EV, so we had to go with those. Let me see if we can find a couple other ones here. Yeah, and a couple of the boosts did hit. Hurts 25 yards boost hit on FanDuel the other day. Where was the other one? Let's see. Yep, and then these two hit. Allen and Mahomes 250 each hit, and Cooper Kupp, Kelsey, etc. That boost hit as well. So FanDuel boosts have been hitting as well. They've been struggling a little bit. And then DraftKings, so they had we took Curry and Embiid and James to score 20 plus points, plus 100. That's boosted here. Let me pull that up. We did take that for that. Only a $10 max. Kevin Durant, 20 points, 20 or so points, plus 100. $10 max on DraftKings. Another just solid, boost there. And then last night, luckily our max bet was only $10. DraftKings only gives us $10 max because they limit us because I make too much on their site. They had Herbert just to score at least one touchdown, one throwing touchdown, and he didn't do it. So DraftKings made some money there because some people had $200 max bets on that. We only had a $10 bet. We lost. He had 26 of the last 27 games. He had at least one plus throwing touchdown. So that was a little, odd, but he didn't get it done. Let me see if there's another one here. Yeah, we had the boost for Brown and CeeDee Lamb in the Eagles game to get 40-plus yards. That was boosted to plus 100. That hit, so that was good as well. Let me see if we can pull up some other ones. No, we just got logged out of there. We'll skip those. Let me see if I can pull up a couple others while we were waiting here. We also, our best bet, I gotta sign back in again. I hate these two-factor authenticators, which you have to type in a friggin' passcode every time you sign it. It's really annoying, especially when you're live betting and you're just sitting there betting nonstop. We did take the Bills. That was our best bet of the day, minus 2.5. It's like the sixth time Mahomes was an underdog at home, and he's been like 6-0 or 5-1-1. I think it was 6-0 that he's covered the spread, but our Bills are looking good. We did hit them here. Took them for 115. They covered. I think Bet Parks also had the Chiefs boosted to getting 6, so plus 6. So we won the Bills bet, and then the Chiefs also covered the 6. So we won both on that. Again, I was just taking the Bills. I just, again, more of like a gut type of bet, but they were, still thinking about that playoff loss from last year, and they're just a better team. Like, again, this is why I took the Bills, all those Super Bowl bets I took for the promos that FanDuel had. They had a lot of good promos. So they got it done, and I think they're just like a better team. Again, I think Allen right now is better than Mahomes. That's an unpopular opinion, although it's getting to be pretty close. I just like the Bills overall, and I like them to go further than the Chiefs. And then none of my money was on the Chiefs, but I've always been rooting for the Bills this year and last, even as a Giants fan, because all of our money, a lot of our bets have been on them. And let's pull up just the Super Bowl odds right now, as you see here. Let me see if I can make the font bigger, because I know It's a little small, but let me see. Pull this up here. Right now, the Bills are the favorites to win the Super Bowl at plus 290. Eagles are right behind them, which we all have a bet. I did make bets on the Eagles as well to win the Super Bowl, even though I hate them, obviously. But I think they're a solid team overall. Chiefs are next. Just not believing the Chiefs, not believing the Bucks either right now. That's why I didn't bet them. I did take the Vikings early in the year, as I said, at 40-1, and they're 5-1 right now. I think I should have, with some of these long shots, maybe just made the bet on them to make the playoffs, because very unlikely that they win the Super Bowl. But I did like them to at least make the playoffs or win the division. Vikings are looking good. Chargers back down to 18-1. I did take them at 20-1 early in the year. Don't have the Ravens. I did take the Niners. I just added them like a couple weeks ago, just to give their defense. And because Garoppolo, I think, can maybe do enough just to get them there. Not believing in the Packers again. Packers lost to the Jets. The Packers are just like awful right now. And I said in the beginning of the year, people were on them. They were more towards the favorite. They were like one of the top 4 teams, I think, at the start of the year to win the Super Bowl. They were listed at like 10-1. But again, they lost Adams. They're obviously struggling. I mean, Rodgers isn't getting any younger. And people were talking about their defense, but their defense isn't even like that great either. I mean, they're okay, but just not a belief in them, and I don't think they're going to really turn it around, at least not that much to make a run. I just don't think they have it, this year. And then a couple of, really not too much else to talk about. So back to our trivia question. Allen is first in rushing yards, and passing yards this through 6 weeks. The guy who's in second right now is Matt Ryan. Surprisingly, he's second in passing yards. I had no idea, but pretty crazy. Just anyway, that's it for this week. Stay tuned for another week. Please, next week we'll have another video. Subscribe to the channel. Share it, like the video, comment, and also let me know what you think, comments, whatever. And we'll get back to you with another video next week. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.